Okay, go.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it's D&D time. So let's do D&D things. Like explore the Tomb of the Nine Gods. Specifically, we are heading down to level 6 of the Tomb of the Nine Gods.
Is it cold?
No.
We're so far underground at this point. It should be cold.
It is actually pretty toasty down here. It is hot.
Machinery.
Yeah, machinery. It's just generally hot and humid.
I'm
And
so mad because we spent all that time in the hot desert, and
yeah,
her only comfort was like, soon we'll be in a dark, dank cavern, and it will finally be cold again.
and it will be dank
I'm-
and musty.
All
I'm
she
pretty
wants is
sure
cold.
there was some dankness happening in the jungle too.
Not cold though. That's what she
No,
wants.
warm dank.
She grew up. Listen, she grew up underground, so that's what she wants.
Well, she is underground, so
It's so hot though. She's sweaty all the time.
I still flick cool water on you.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I put ice cubes in your water.
That's so nice of you. If we were Sims, our friendship would have gone up.
Excellent.
But since we are not Sims, we do not
Well,
develop our
since we're-
friendship at all.
Since we're not Sims, there's no way to like examine our friendship, you know?
We just have to guess.
Yeah, and that's unreliable.
Okay. So anyway,
It's character development, Eric.
yeah. So we are heading down to level 6. After dealing with the infamous portcullis and the hallway that dissolves your stuff, and the lightning room with all the like, you know, mechanical
Lightning?
dudes. Well, I was gonna say the mechanical dudes who just like flurried arrows at you. And the Nikoloth. And the surprise gold that just fell out of the thing that was like designed to look like a moon. But after all of that, it seems there is only one real way to progress further into the dungeon.
How many
And
of
so
those
we left
orbs
off.
popped on that thing, the solar system thing?
2. There was the one that broke open, and there was the Nikoloth inside.
So there's one left.
So let me double check the layout here, because I think.
I thought there were 3. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Let's see here.
Because if there's a third, we might as well go for round 3.
Yeah. There
I'll
are
be up for
3 in addition to the big one that you can sit in.
Okay, so we have
So
2
two of them
broken-
have popped open?
Yeah.
Correct.
Uh,
Now I'll go back down the hallway and get, so I'm not
Or-
right next to it.
okay. I guess I'll sit in this one. then?
Well, you seem to have the best luck.
Oh, well, you got gold, yeah. You want to do this one again?
I'll pass this one.
Are you
I
guys
won.
seeing the
I'm happy.
map?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're just kind of discussing it.
Ask and you shall receive.
Well, it sounded like you were like moving your people and being like this one, so I was like confused for a second.
Alright, I guess I'll figure it out. I'll go over there and do it. So we already have it way over secured. I believe, right?
And yeah, I have a guardian of faith chilling in the middle of the room, so
We took a rest after that fight, didn't we?
a short rest.
Not yet. Have we taken a short rest?
I thought we did.
Immediately after
Yes,
the
we
fight, we
did.
took one.
Yeah, because I have
Okay.
all my wild shapes.
Uh,
I think we
there's
were
some
gonna
hit
do
dice
around.
rolled.
Yes, we were gonna do around 3, but I was like, hang on, let me roll some hit dice.
So. Mm.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
You rolled really high hit dice.
Yes, consistently high hit dice. So,
Yeah. So, yeah, who's climbing in the thing?
I'll drop Flame Scythe out before I go,
Okay.
but I will. I'll jump in, I guess.
All right. So you.
Just Flame Scythe kind of hanging out. His commands are just watch Thorv. You know,
Mm,
whatever Thorv does, do. I don't know his max HP. Oh, there we go. Cool.
Whatever Thor does do.
Yeah, like if Thorv attacks something, attack it. You know, just basically use Thorv for your combat cues.
Yeah. It's just funny the
Yeah.
way you said it.
So
Do what Thorp do.
yes, do as
Simon
he do.
says.
Yeah. So you approach the orb, and as before, it kind of just opens up as you do so. And yeah, you go have a seat inside.
Yep, I'll sit down.
All right, you do that. As your butt hits the seat, it closes, as you've seen it do. And yeah, there are these 3 like levers situated along the arms of the seat. Would you like to begin playing with said levers?
I know you've described them before. Could you describe them one more time? Like the individual
Um,
levers? Or are there any differences?
There really doesn't seem to be much difference. Like a quick kind of playing with one will reveal it's basically like one lever per orbit, right? And there are the 3 things on the 3 different orbits, and so pretty straightforward.
All right. Yeah. I'll pull one
Okay.
then.
You pull one, and you hear this like sound as it seems the device is stuck.
Oh. I'll pull another one. Same thing.
Same thing.
I guess I will try to get out. Can I get out?
Yeah, you stand up and it releases just like always. As soon as your butt leaves the seat, the side of the orb kind of like retracts.
What happened?
I think it's stuck.
Did you try all the levers?
I didn't try the one. I think I tried 2, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I tried 2 of them. Which one did you pull?
I had them all moving around.
Oh. Alright, I guess I'll turn around and go back in, and I'm just gonna grab all 3 at once and pull them.
Okay. Yeah, you just hear the sound of the metal like kind of straining and creaking as the thing tries to move, but it can't. It is jammed.
Alright, well, I'll hop back out. Yeah, it's jammed. I'm gonna look at the unopened ball. Does it look like there's a crack? Does it look like there's anything? Or like the one...
Not really. Seems pretty together.
Firebolt. Oops.
Okay. So, whoosh. It remains intact.
No damage, no anything? Oh,
No.
well, it didn't roll damage, but... Okay.
How fast were these things moving when they were moving?
Not too fast. Probably, it would probably take a good 10 to 15 seconds for a full revolution.
Okay, so I could try pushing one and it wouldn't swing back around and try and kill me.
Probably not.
Okay. I want to try and help pushing the outer one.
Alright, when he does
whichever
that,
one's
I'll
not
hop
open.
in and I'll start playing with levers again.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see here.
I'll throw a guidance on
Thorv.
him, too.
Okay. Yeah, Thorv, go ahead and make a strength check.
You can use a d4. Holy fuck! Roll that d4 anyway. Get a 30. Come on. Yeah!
Yeah!
Okay. So Thor, if you like grab a hold of one of the like the remaining orb, I guess, and just begin trying to like push it along the orbit, and you feel this this like sudden give as you're pretty sure you broke some part of like the inner workings of this device, but you did manage to break the thing loose, and it seems like it kind of just moves loosely along the orbit now.
I'll put them all in line.
Yeah, I'm gonna still be playing with the levers, trying to help.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right. Let's see.
And then once he gets them all in line, I'm gonna grab them all at once and shove them all forward really hard, like it's gonna do something.
I'm helping, damn it.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. So let's see. Okay. Twigs.
Mhm.
Roll a d4. Okay. So what that's gonna mean is, as the three things line up once again, and there's this this sudden like pulse of energy. This time, pretty squarely centered on the orb in which Twigs is seated. Yeah, Twigs, you feel smarter than before.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means your intelligence score increases by 3.
Holy fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
Too bad you're not
that.
awake still.
Alright, well, I guess I'll climb out and look at kind of like where they orbited, and I'll say, well, it's not going to operate anymore. And you can tell, like, I've got a little bit more, like, proper English, I guess, or proper common. You know, it's not as haltered. Yeah.
Well, I could have told you we broke it.
Well, I don't know. I feel smarter. Did anything happen out here?
Nope.
Is the orb broken? Or like out of commission?
I mean, it doesn't seem like it like broke open or anything. But you know, I don't know. I mean, you could try stuff, I guess.
I don't know. Do we want to risk it? Does anybody else want to give it a shot, I guess?
Sure. I'll
Okay.
go ahead and
Alright, I'm gonna back out to the hallway then. And I'll let her...
I'll pull the one orb back so they're misaligned again.
Okay.
Flame Sight's gonna hang out in here. So.
So I start playing with it.
Cool. So you do that, and like from in there, it actually doesn't do anything because it seems the mechanism is quite broken.
Yeah. Once she's in, I'll align them.
Okay. So you line the things up, and yeah, this time like you get the 3 just so, and we actually hear a similar kind of like hum, I guess, like a magical resonance from the middle sphere, and then it just sort of like fizzles, and the beginnings of some effect just sort of die off.
Oh. That's
That's
disappointing.
Yeah, I think it's done.
Dang.
You sure you don't want to try it a few more times?
If she wants, I'll keep misaligning them and pushing them back.
Let's try it again, you know?
Okay.
We
Nope.
try it again.
Pull it off, misalign it, and push it back in.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you do that and then like line it up again. And we hear, or I guess you kind of sense this similar like mounting magical energy from the central orb. And this time okay. This is fun.
He's just gonna throw worse and worse shit at us the more we do this.
Yeah, so Fib, go ahead and I mean, on the bright side, you get to make a constitution save.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yep. Hey!
Okay. Alright, so you only take half.
Ooh. Taking half of anything in that ball is
We
funny.
knew this was a possibility.
We did.
So yeah, as you watch Thorv from your spot seated inside the orb, he lines up the spaces where these things were before two of them broke open, and then as the last one settles into place, there is just this fog that just appears and fills up the sphere, and you take 11 points of poison damage after halving it from the con save.
Well, that's not as
See,
bad as
that
it
was
could have been.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fib's just like, okay, yeah, we might be done with it.
She comes out, I'll be like, smoking the good stuff.
And Viv just kind of like rolls her eyes like, yeah, that's what happened.
Alright, well,
Yep.
yeah. So,
Sigourney is not a gambling woman, and seeing as it is a 50-50 shot on bad things or good things happening, I think she will pass.
Well, I only kind of wanted to do it, and then when it didn't do anything, I was like, the fuck? I took this risk, how dare it not work?
how very dare it not do what I want it to do?
Basically asked you, "Are you sure?"
And I
you
said,
yes.
You know.
And you
Too bad
suffered the
happened yet.
consequence. How much
we
damage
had
did you take?
the
I only took 11.
we had the freaking big green butt boy. I can't think of what it's called now. Yugoloth or whatever.
Yeah.
Royal mod.
No, not Romod. Although he is a green butt.
Yeah, I was gonna say the different one with the green in the butt. Yeah.
Yeah. the other big green butt. But
I don't know. You know,
What?
it does look
Doesn't
kind
know,
of
you know?
fun though. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it if you want.
yeah, do it.
Oh gosh. But Thor doesn't like Sigourney right now.
Thor's not gonna let Sigourney die just because they're
No.
fighting.
That's not
Not
what
so
Austin
sure on
told
that.
me.
I mean, you risk your life with us. Already.
Sigourney's gonna try.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do the same
Cool.
thing I've been doing.
All right. So, sure, we do that, and let's see what happens.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we all know that we know a good chunk of the possibilities of what can happen. One of which I will remind you guys is teleporting.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I don't like.
Yeah, that's the
I
one.
think that
Yeah.
was the worst one.
Although I will say, Sirenny of all people is probably the best person for this to happen to, if it does happen.
What was the one that you were like, oh, he went over this one real quick? Was that teleporting or was it something worse?
What do you mean?
I think teleporting was the last one. I just remember last time being like, this is the only bad one, and you were like,
Yeah.
There
oh
was
yeah,
this
yeah.
one
I was like,
too.
Teleporting. Yeah, not good because none of us could teleport back.
yeah.
So
That would be unfortunate.
yeah, so Sirenny is probably the best because you're the one who can do the thing, right? You can, I don't know.
Do the thing.
You can banish
The
yourself
thing.
or whatever.
I can banish
do the
myself,
thing.
which will bring me right back to where I got teleported.
Yeah.
But I also don't have banishment right now.
Oh, well, still probably
You
better
didn't
that
learn to always keep banishment?
I picked up something else, which I used. So
What was it?
It's been kind of a lifesaver a couple of times now.
Yeah, it has.
Guardian of Faith.
Um,
Okay.
But you could get banishment. Like, you could always sleep in the astral plane or wherever
Yeah.
the hell you are.
If you survive that long.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you survive that long,
Um,
there is always that.
yeah, big if. Big if.
So, yeah, you see the things line up, and much like Fib, as soon as they do, Cloud, con save.
Doesn't- I think I take full damage.
You
What
take 22 points of poison damage.
I was hoping it would be acid.
Do it again, do it again.
Are you sure it's not acid?
Be acid. Or force.
Pretty
Be
sure
a
it's
very
poison.
forceful cloud.
It is a very forceful part cloud.
You're taking damage from the increase in pressure in the sphere.
Yeah.
Oof, that would suck.
I'm resistant though. So
I mean, I'm just talking like
it would
force,
suck less.
like pressure damage. That sucks. That would be a terrible way to take damage.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Force damage hurts.
Yeah.
It is the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
Even more than childbirth?
Yeah. Being as I've never given birth to a child.
Well, you know,
There's always there's. Still
you can
time.
imagine.
Yeah.
I got my preposterous mackerel. That's all I've ever wanted.
That's
What?
preposterous.
Oh, when I broke my foot and they put a splint on it, just the pressure, because my foot hadn't finished swelling when they put the splint on.
Oh,
Yeah.
It literally felt like, you know, like when you're pounding a nail and you hit your finger.
yeah.
It just felt like that, but it didn't stop. It was that feeling.
Yeah.
I had to take the splint off.
Yikes.
Yikes.
So, force damage. I think childbirth also counts as force damage. So,
So Eldritch Blast is like a torture spell.
Eldritch Blast is like a punch. It's like a punch from a distance.
I mean, Eldritch Blast, like, so the thing with force damage is it's one of the least described types of damage in D&D, and so like a lot of people have kind of come to the conclusion that it is just like It's like raw magic disassembling you at the molecular level.
Wow, that sounds pleasant.
So yeah, it's about like what Becca was describing. It's that type of pain.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine just somebody standing 120 feet away and just look at you, and you just hurt?
No, thank
Yep.
you.
Like, bards are even worse. All they gotta do is fucking whisper at you, and you fucking take damage.
That's called heart damage. Because it hurts your heart.
I'm pretty sure it hurts your head, but I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
No, you think vicious mockery doesn't hurt your feet? That's where the
Um,
damage comes from. Hurt feelings.
If you didn't have a brain, do you have feelings?
Yes!
Where do you keep them?
In your heart!
I keep blood in my heart.
Well, you are weird.
Okay.
You keep feelings in there.
I sadly
Don't
I
keep
leave
feelings?
sadly. No. I leave the orb sadly.
Round 6. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, now put flame scythe in there.
Yeah, place.
Flame Scythe goes in, sets the seat on fire.
Great success.
Well, you always leave a place trashed and burnt.
That's
Otherwise,
the
it was a
goal.
fight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Always leave it worse than you found it. That's my motto for adventuring.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Wow, we've spent so long on this room.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been worth it though. Kind of.
My foot hurts.
It's a
thinking about
fascinating
this.
place.
Before we leave, I
Yeah.
want to take one last look around, just see if I notice anything, like, I don't know, any secret, like, holes in the wall or anything like that, basically.
Alright, make a perception
I'll
or
help him.
investigation check. Okay, with advantage.
Alright,
Use your wisdom, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you're also smart though now. So
Yeah.
Was intelligence your dump stat?
Let's try that. No, actually, charisma is my dump stat, so intelligence up works. That made it my second best.
yeah, he's a druid. I hope wisdom isn't his dump stat.
Not wisdom, intelligence.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
and,
wisdom.
No.
I went with like strength and charisma as my dump stats,
Okay.
but 23.
So, yeah, looking around the general area. Yeah, you do in fact find something else. You find a secret door
Oh,
that opens up in the south wall.
oh, what? Wait, what? Is okay. Is there anything like in there?
There is like a little crawl space that opens to another concealed door at the other end.
You want me to send Flame Scythe through? Or do you want to go through Thorv?
I guess I can go.
Okay. I'll step out of the way. Let him go.
And yeah, I mean, it's easy enough once you get there to open this door if you would like to.
Yeah, I'll try and open it.
On the other side is the control room, where, you know, there was like goop being pumped in through the pipes and all that stuff.
Okay. If he doesn't blow up, I'll
No.
do it too.
The control room we already broke, so
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. But we can go through this and be able to kind of get out without... Well, actually we can't. Never mind, we gotta go back. Because we can't go through the portcullis, we gotta go back across. Oh, wait, we can go get our guys! Yeah, I'll go get our guys. So I'll run off and go... Or I'll send Flame Scythe, since he can float. I'll just have him float around and go retrieve them and show them how to get over here. And I'll just kind of be waiting here.
Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah, so then we get the whole crew. Flad and Biff and who else would have been...
Drones or whatever, those little guys.
yeah, the monodrones, yep.
at least I think it is much better that we're picking them up after the scene that we originally stumbled upon in the lightning room.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just kill a dozen of their friends. Just
Yeah.
Just kick all those down the down the hole. But yeah, so okay, you're able to do the thing and lead more peoples around and across, and with the flying and the all of the things, yeah, you're able to advance. So downstairs.
And I guess that's the next best place.
Okay. So let's see. As you all kind of group up at the top of the steps leading down to the next level of the tomb, yeah, there is even more like humid heat kind of just rising up from the space down below. And so as you head down the steps, first you feel it, and then you see near the landing of sorts where the stairs terminate, there's green smoke kind of just hanging in the air. And as you kind of focus a bit to try and see through the haze, you see it seems to be originating from a bronze cauldron in the middle of a 20-foot 20-foot high vaulted hall. Barely visible through the haze are 3 rocking chairs, several workbenches heaped with assorted stuff, a spinning wheel, and a rusty iron cage containing a prisoner. Galleries stand 10 feet above the floor to either side of the room. This is the part where I bring us down to the next level.
Oh, is it all filled with this gas fog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that thick.
Yeah, like it obscures the entire like lower portion of this room.
What is this monkey-like thing?
Monkey-like thing. Ah, yes. So you do see these little figures kind of silhouetted in the green smoke, just kind of standing there as you all reach the bottom of the steps. And as you're trying to maybe figure out what they are, the one toward the back kind of waddles towards you, taking the lead. And yeah, so this one, it's like a straw doll with rusty pins sticking into its body. And then the one directly behind it is a faceless child molded from clay. And the monkey-like one that you originally asked about is a stuffed monkey with the lower body of a unicycle. The straw doll, taking the lead, says, "You need to run away! The Stone Sisters will be back any minute now."
Why
Are
was
you
that the
sure
case?
it's not Sid from Toy Story?
What?
The guy that takes toys and puts them in different...
Oh, the person. Okay. I thought
His
you meant
name's
this
Sid's,
toy.
right?
Yeah,
Sid?
no, I thought you meant this toy.
No.
God, stop. Oh my god. And which one spoke?
The straw one.
It doesn't have a mouth, Eric. Did you know that?
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't have a
did.
mouth.
I did. The voice just seems to issue from the straw.
Okay. Did the straw move like vertically as if it was a mouth?
Like a mouth?
Yeah.
No, just like walked up and looked at you, and you heard the voice just come from the straw.
Oh god.
It's the Hag sisters? Who did say is coming?
I think he would have. They would have said the Sohn sisters.
The Sohn sisters. Hi. Who are the Sohn sisters?
The the monkey one like starts to roll forward, and says, "The Sohn sister," and starts coughing, and you see stuffing just come pouring out of its mouth.
I will reach down and pick it up, and I'm gonna I guess, try to hand it to it, and whatever it does, I will try to cast mending, and try to help mend wherever this is coming out of.
I mean, it just keeps happening. Like every time the monkey tries to talk, just more fluff pops out of its mouth.
Well, right. So I'm gonna bend down and kind of see if I can see where the stuffing's coming from.
Yeah, it just seems to happen.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing that's coming out of it; just materializes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll just after a couple minutes, I'll just kind of shrug.
Okay. And then the straw one kind of picks up and says, Joe was trying to say the sisters are hags of some kind. It kind of shakes its weird, also kind of faceless head. And it says, they've been really mean to that one over there. Points to the huddled form in the cage.
Can I look in the cage? I know, is this a cage?
Yeah. So you do that and you look inside, and so it's this big rusty thing, right? Big heavy padlock securing the gate. Inside which a rail thin, emaciated figure kind of cowers under a bloodstained blanket.
Hello? Who are you? I'm Sirenny.
You introduce yourself, and the form under the blanket cautiously peeks out from underneath. And as it does so, you see it has just this the palest skin you've ever seen. Like it's probably never seen the sun. Patchy, dark hair, patchy beard that's like grown in long wispy sections. One eye that kind of like stays much further open than the other, and there's kind of like an imbalance between the two shoulders of the thing. It's kind of like hunched back against the bars, and you see staring back at you, not responding with any sort of words. If you didn't know better, you'd say it was a smaller, perhaps a little mutated attempt at copying Thorv.
It's a bad attempt at making a dwarf.
Yeah, it's a smaller version of Thorv? So it's a dwarf of a dwarf?
It's shorter than Thorv and rail thin.
So
I don't like that.
they made a meth head dwarf.
Does it look like it's me? Or is it just a generic dwarf?
It is you, but like malnourished, undergrown, with deformities.
So you see me reach up in my like afro and pick some berries, and I'll walk over and hand him one, and it's a good berry.
Okay.
That's what they took his hair for.
Mm-hmm.
Can I break the lock with my mace?
You can give it a go.
I mean, if it's rusty, I can just...
Yeah.
I'll spread the good berries around too for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward to break the lock off of the cage.
I think I have a mace. I thought I did.
I'll just give you my staff if you want to
I
use.
wonder if I broke it.
I'm sure I can break
have
it.
a staff. Yeah.
I have a
Oh.
magical staff though.
I
I
can
do
just smash
too.
it with Bob.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
I'll let you smash it with Bob. I think that thing destroyed my mace a long time ago. I will let Thorv smash it with Bob.
Okay. Alright, yeah. He comes up and just annihilates the lock. Gives easily, kind of clatters to the floor. The door to the cage just sort of like swings open. So he just sort of sits there, I think, for a minute. And says, I know you're not gonna hurt me. And it kind of just like looks back down and huddles back under the blankets.
Oh, okay. Well, dude can leave now if you want.
Yeah, I'll help him out.
His eyes kind of like dart all over the place, just constantly scanning the surroundings. You help him up, and with kind of a nod, he just looks at the stairs, looks at all of you, and just kind of like takes off running back upstairs.
You said this stuff is coming out of like this?
Yeah, so it's this big like cauldron in the middle of the room. Yeah.
Should we move back out of the room and see if it's flammable or anything? Before we start messing with that?
I mean, I was just gonna plug it up. I was gonna grab like a barrel lid and just set it on top and maybe grow some roots around it if I have I can do plant growth. And just grow some roots around it so that it kind of like seals it to the top of the...
Well,
is the cauldron hot? Like, is there fire under it? Or is it...
Yes.
Okay, so I probably couldn't do that. Okay, well, yeah, then I'm just gonna...
There is actually a lid sitting on the floor nearby
Oh,
that seems to fit the cauldron.
okay. Well, yeah, I'll go... I guess if there's nothing else, I'll go pick it up and put it on the thing, and then... Can I also snuff the fire?
Sure.
Okay.
And so yeah, as you do that, and the smoke pretty quickly begins to dissipate. Like within a minute or so, it's pretty well cleared out. And looking around at the rest of the space, against the southern wall, you see that there is a green door. And this thing stands 12 feet high, 10 feet wide. It's made of green stone, and its surface is carved with grinning goblin skeletons.
Oh no.
A belt of smooth stone spans the door at a height of 4 feet, set with 5 gold symbols in a row. A triangle, a square, pentagon, a hexagon, and an octagon.
Your skulls. Do we have...
Yep.
I think that's what the ones we
I
have.
have a triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, and an octagon. So pull out all the skulls.
I'll go over and help her.
The shapes on these things are too small to be a fit for your skulls. Though it does seem that perhaps the things that the shapes are etched onto cover something else.
So we're supposed to smash the skulls? Like you're saying there's like a key inside or something?
So it looks like, just kind of rough guess here, as you look at the door, there are these, I guess picture it like, okay, weird comparison. Like the cigarette lighter, or like the charger port in a car.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, you're looking at the lid, which has stuff, on it, but then you feel like you could probably remove that somehow, or roll it off to one side or something. There's no clear means of doing that right now. Like, things seem pretty flush, but also they look different enough that perhaps there is some...
It's like a cover.
Some sort of play there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So look around for a lever or
some means of
Yeah.
clearing
I'm
these things out of the
seeing
way.
some doors up here.
There are some doors. There are 5 doors leading out of this room that are not the big green door.
I will look to the one that has been talking, and I'll say, do you know how to open these?
The little straw doll walks over to you and says, "Which ones do you mean?" That points at the door behind you.
I'll point
I
at
mean, those?
Yeah, the little it seems like this opens somehow.
Let's see. Let's see what they know.
And has the little the faceless doll done anything other than just stand there?
No, it just stands there,
Okay.
not having a face.
Pokes in the head just to see what happens. And she has to lean over for it because she's so tall.
Poke it in the head.
Yeah, just
With a
like
big
little
long
poke,
spindly finger. Just bink.
Yeah,
Okay. So.
and watches it.
So you do that. You poke it in the head, and it kind of like faces you, right, with this little like dimple now in its head, and it
It has
pokes
a dimple in its head?
wherever you poked it. Yeah, because
What the fuck?
It's
clay.
clay.
It like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, clay can be hardened.
Yeah, no, this is like, yeah, you poke it and it
Ah!
gives. And you just put like a little dent in its head.
Oh
And then it like reaches up and pokes itself in the face and like gives it another little indent.
no! Oh, it like,
And then just like draws out a frowny face.
oh. Viv kind of looks around, like embarrassed to see if anyone noticed, and then she
You
real
see
quick
Twig's just watching this whole thing.
she puts her hand back on him and tries to smooth it out. The poke that she made.
Okay. You try and fix his face.
Yeah.
She licks her finger and starts like mom style. Licks her thumb and just starts.
You get a little something on your face.
Yeah.
No, actually, let's just get rid of the whole face.
Yeah.
When you said clay, I was picturing like a hardened thing, and not like Play-Doh.
Yeah. Soft clay.
Play-Doh is probably a good comparison.
That's great though.
Well, how good did I do at getting my pokes out?
I don't know. Let's roll a dex check.
Okay. I guess technically that's minus proficiency.
Okay.
Oh, it's only a 19.
Okay. Just the faintest hint of a frowny face
Oh,
remains.
thank God. Okay, and then she just kind of just strolls away from it.
Like nothing ever happened. I was
Yeah.
definitely not just smushing his face.
But like it was going on for long enough that everyone noticed.
So, yeah, asking the straw doll about the southern door, it's able to tell you that yeah, 5 skeleton keys are needed to unlock the skeleton gate. Let's see. And yeah, like they know that the skeleton keys wander the upper levels of the tomb.
Well, we have the
And-
skeleton keys.
Right. And it would say before you can use the keys, the 5 keyholes have to first be opened. And the rooms that lead out from here contain trials that can be overcome to open the keyholes.
Okay. And what was this green gas that we were breathing in?
The doll shrugs.
Great.
Hallucinogen.
Great.
These dolls don't actually exist.
Where did the witches go, and when will they be back? I want to ask them.
Shrugs.
That's
What?
helpful.
Which way did they
type-
go?
The monkey, as it kind of like balances on its one wheel, just like kind of brings its hands in and then out and goes poof, and coughs up more fluff.
Oh, they teleported.
Well-
Okay.
What type of trials?
The dolls all shrug.
Alright, well, I'm gonna walk up and look at this door. I'm not gonna open it, but just look at it.
Okay. So that door, yeah, carved into the door is an octagon.
I guess I'm gonna I'll walk down, grab the octagon. The octagon skull. Does it look like there's a spot to put the skull?
Nope.
All right, I'll set the
Oh.
set the skull back down, and I'll go back up there. Should I open it?
Um,
Fine with me, unless you want me to.
You can if you want.
Thorv and his 9 lives.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
forget about that. Yeah, if you want to do it, go for it.
I'll go open it. Try and open it.
All right.
Okay.
I'll stand on the other side.
So, yeah, Thorv, you head over and approach the door.
Flames.
And yeah, it opens with no issue. And inside, you see the ceiling of this plaster-walled room is 15 feet high. A leather-backed tome rests open atop a wooden lectern bolted to the floor. Set into the wall behind the lectern are 8 human skeletons, arranged so that they appear to be falling and screaming.
This looks like a puzzle for somebody smart.
so
Go on,
yeah,
Twigs.
probably me or Twigs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna send Flame Scythe in first. So, does anything happen?
Nope.
Send him up to the book.
Okay.
Anything happen?
Nope.
Alright. I'm gonna run in and just grab onto Flame Scythe.
Okay.
If nothing happens, I'm gonna keep a firm hold of Flame Scythe. And I'm gonna say, if anything happens, get ready to take us out. And I'll turn around to Thorv and I'll say, I'll meet you guys back here. If anything happens, I'm gonna have him take me out, and I'll have to kill this stupid,
Do you want help with that?
Stay within 10 feet of us, and I can take you with us. I mean, I don't think that thing would be a problem for me to kill on my own, but if you want to go too, sure.
Okay, if you and Flame Slice want to switch places, I can probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm in the game. I can't really do that, but I'm technically like right next to Flame Scythe. So this space would be open. I just can't technically share a spot with him. But
Cool.
Well, I
So-
want him back towards me so that I'm not inside the room. But so he's within reach. So you're touching him, but he's on my side of you.
I gotcha. So like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, here you are in the room. Open book in front of you. Creepy, falling, screaming skeletons in the wall beyond the lectern.
I guess I'll start looking at the book's bolted to the thing, right?
So, the lectern is bolted to the floor.
Okay, but is the book bolted to the lectern?
You don't see bolts.
Okay, so it's just sitting on the lectern. All right.
Well, it might be glued.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna first off just kind of poke the book.
It does seem to be somehow sturdily affixed to the lectern. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to have again just keeping Flame Scythe near me. I'm gonna kind of like try to hook my feet like around the lectern somehow if I can, just on the off chance that like something happens. Like if that makes sense. Like I kind of want to be able to be close enough to kind of wrap my legs around the base of the lectern since it's bolted down.
Okay.
So I just, for whatever reason, I am thinking this thing is gonna throw me upwards.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'll just kind of get in position and then take a look at the book.
All right. So it's like part way through whatever is written in here, and so you're just kind of like looking at a couple of pages in the middle. What languages do you speak?
What languages do I speak? Vegapygmy, Common, Druid, and Celestial.
You have no idea what any of this shit says.
Does he
So,
recognize the language?
Yeah.
Like
The,
the script?
Yeah.
It seems to be something more on the darker side of things.
Okay. So, I guess seeing that I'll come out and I'll mention. There's a book in here. I can't read it. It's some of the lesser good languages.
I guess I will sneak in and see.
All right. I'll have Flame Slice still nearby, and I'll let you know if anything goes wrong. Before you get out of 10 feet, Flame Scythe will take you if you want to go. So, he'll
Okay.
damp you out. And
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna stay within 10 feet as well. So.
Cool. So Sirenny goes in. And what languages do you speak?
I have already posted it. Is it Abyssal?
It is the same script as Abyssal, but it is not Abyssal.
Oh gosh. What? 5 languages? What has
I
the
guess
same
I'll go
script
in and
as
take a look.
Abyssal? Infernal? So, yeah, I guess I ask if anyone knows Infernal.
I can.
I know Undercommon.
I could
Well,
know Infernal.
Undercommon is Elvish.
And no.
Yeah, the only other thing with Infernal script is Infernal.
Is that what we think it is?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can turn into an elemental, right? Or not an elemental. Yeah. Or don't know. Or am I thinking of something else? I thought like a.
Elementals speak Primordial, which I
Fuck.
think
Yeah.
Sirenny has.
Sorry.
Yep.
I was thinking.
And Primordial is Dwarvish
Yeah.
script.
Okay.
That's weird. I did not expect that.
Infernal.
That is really weird.
I don't know then.
Gosh. Anyone have a comprehend languages
I'll poke my head out.
that can comprehend reading?
I'm gonna ask the little Hagdal. Do you happen to know Infernal?
They all like shake their heads no.
Oh.
I want to ask the wizard that came with us.
Yeah, Tlad. We've got.
Tlad.
Yeah, I know. Again, he knows the ability to know comprehend languages. I just don't know if he has the shit to do it. Like to put it in
Okay.
his book.
All right. So yeah, I think he would. Yeah, he's able to do the thing.
Cool.
Yay!
Making
He just
himself
watched us
useful.
struggle and just
He's been useful twice this campaign.
2 whole times.
Wait, who was this?
This is
The
dark-
drow.
Yeah, the drow
I
wizard.
thought they didn't go with us.
They didn't, but we brought him
Right.
with us because we went through that secret passage.
Yeah, you found the workaround through the control panel room, and so you were able to like bring everybody because they didn't have to pass through the portcullis.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, that the way that is designed is very asshole-ish because it's like, hey, there's a secret passage here. but it is literally impossible for somebody to discover from the control room side.
That is really dickish.
Mhm.
So I could rip the walls out and everything and never find it.
So it seems. But yeah, cool. So yeah, you bring Plaid up, and he kind of looks at you all and says, "Well, so what? I'm just supposed to go in and read this."
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll protect you.
Yeah, we'll keep you safe.
Unless you can make it so one of us can read it. Sounds like a job for you.
Let's see. See if he has anything that would be good for that. Cause like, yeah, no, not so much. Okay. So, good old Plaid
Good old
is
Plaid.
yep. Gonna head in, having cast the thing on himself, and he just looks down at it and says, "It just says, see the lever clear as day. Spin, spin, iron spider."
That doesn't even rhyme.
Well, it might rhyme in the original language.
Okay, fair.
Is there a lever?
He looks around. I don't see a lever.
No.
How about a spider?
Go in the room.
Yeah,
with
I'll
him.
walk in with him. I'll go in there. Now we're looking for something. I'm gonna go in and help.
Okay, I guess I should grab our grab a mini for him too.
Our drop
See.
friend.
Do.
Yeah, I remember he was kind of uppity too. So like, getting him to do anything was kind of pulling teeth.
Yeah, a little bit.
So.
Yeah, he says, "Well, I mean, I suppose there's more."
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't books have pages typically?
Let's see. Okay. So yeah, I guess he kind of flips back and says, "From the beginning, then. Backward, 8 to 1. Speak the rhyme until it's done." And flips the page. "Keep the spider locked away. See the lever clear as day. Spin, spin, iron spider. Turn their flesh and bones to cider." Well, that's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
So my initial thought is read
Wait,
that.
there is more.
Oh, there is? Okay. Sorry. Thought there was more. Or wasn't.
Speak the rhyme and meet your fate. And he like just looks at the last line and says, "Forward, 1 to 8. And as he finishes the last word of that,
No.
shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good check.
So let's see here.
I didn't put my tokens there, but I was imagining me being.
Okay, well, go ahead and put yourself where you think you would be.
I Sirenny, were you not in the room? Where are
She's
you?
in with us. She's
I'm
in
in
here.
the
She's in.
room.
Yeah.
Oh, I put my token on top of you.
Uh,
I couldn't see you.
stay
I
within
was
10
watching
feet.
from the door.
Yeah, stay within 10 feet of Flame Scythe.
Okay,
Okay.
I think that's impossible to be not within 10 feet of him in this room.
Yeah, I mean, there is that. So, okay. So, Fib and Twigs, go ahead and give me dex saves.
Mm-hmm.
Gladly.
Okay. So, the way this plays out is as soon as Tlad finishes the last line, couple of things happen. First of all, we hear what basically sounds like a gigantic blender turn on up above. And then
boy.
you all feel your feet leave the ground. Twigs, you like reach out toward the lectern trying to grab a hold instinctually and are unable to do so. Fib, you catch it. I also need to make a check for our buddy Tlad.
Well,
There's nothing for me to grab, is there?
There isn't. That yeah. Oh boy. So, yeah. We hear the thing turn on, and instantly, anybody who is not holding onto the lectern, so everybody in the room who is not Fib, is launched up to the ceiling, and as you hit the ceiling, you break through because it is thin plaster. And let's see.
and you die.
And I'm
So
I'm too far away to grab onto you guys.
Grab Tlad.
I guess. Can I try to grab him?
I
I
mean,
rolled a 26.
so yeah, but like I think this is kind of a secure your own mask before helping those next to you kind of situation.
There.
And
Is the door still open?
the door is still open. Yeah.
Oh, so I get to watch all of this.
Yeah. You see gravity reverse. Everyone just up. You hear the crunching of broken plaster, and then everyone in the room who is not a Fib takes 45 points of slashing damage as you are thrust into the rotating blades of this big like blender fan thing.
How many?
45 points of slashing damage. For what it's worth, Tlad is liquefied.
Shit!
Oh,
You started it
no.
backwards.
That's gruesome. Okay, so the thing is that gravity has been reversed.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So, this is the part where we roll initiative to see what happens.
Okay, well,
So we'll say that like for your first turns, yeah, first turns you're not going to take any damage, but after that, if you're still in the blades, there could be problems. All right, so we do this.
this
and I
is
guess
too
we got-
dangerous.
Plaid got fucking liquefied.
God, you
Yep.
guys are fucking covered in blood and guts and organs
the
and brains.
worst part is with how high I rolled an initiative, everybody gets to go away except for Tlad because he's fucking liquid. He is now an object, not a person.
Wait, what? Everyone gets to go away.
Yeah. Anybody up
Oh,
in
that's
the
right, because
yeah,
yeah.
anybody up in the thing, I'm poofing and we're going to the dumpster room.
Ah, Oh, you can get everyone?
I can take anyone within 10 feet of me and Flame Scythe. Yes.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's pretty broken.
It's 15 feet high, right? So not Fib or Thor.
Well, Fib's already attached to the lectern. Like, she's holding on. Although, she's pretty fucking tall. like,
I'm like halfway to death.
like, I guess that's up to you, Eric, but it'd be pretty close.
Let's see. So Flame Scythe. Does Flame Scythe have a hovering situation going on?
Yeah. It has a hover speed.
So yeah, in that case, like you could totally cheese it a little bit and like bump him back out like 5 feet, and that way we kind of hit the whole cube that you'd need to hit to get everybody in the room. Yeah, like out and down a little bit, and that way everybody who's in the blades is still like close enough, but then he kind of cheats a little toward Fib, so that way you get her too.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So yeah.
So Thorf just sees gravity reverse. All of us but Fib go flying up. Just a shower of red mist come back down probably, and then poof, everybody goes away.
Yep.
That's so gruesome. This is the most gruesome, like, the most gory thing that's ever happened to me in D&D.
Who did I hear scream?
There wasn't even a scream, he just paced.
He didn't have time.
Yeah.
I don't really feel
So I
bad
have no
about
idea who
killing him,
disappeared.
but I do feel bad that we can't read stuff anymore.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay. Well, we need to get back to that room and use our memory to recall what he said and say it backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, who's our note taker?
It was Lucius.
Great. Let's just have him do it. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you all appear back in the garbage room. Yeah, I mean, I think you show up and like there's not an immediate threat from the Yatyug, it seems.
Okay. As soon as we show up, I think I have. Do I not have what I need? A prayer book. Do I not have ink?
Only you know what you need.
Yeah. I just I want to write down what he said like right away.
Uh-huh. You remember all of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you probably have Lucius's spellbook or
I don't
something.
know.
Like,
Do you guys?
that's what he was
Did I
taking
not
notes.
tell you guys that Fib has an eidetic memory? That's something that I put into her backstory.
Well, Lucius took detailed notes in the back of his spellbook of like everything, so I'm assuming Sierne probably would have picked that up and been kind of keeping.
We probably have supplies, but I
Yeah.
think in between all of us, we can probably write down what he said. Collectively, I think we have a high enough intelligence.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Fib has higher intelligence than I do.
So yeah, you show up in the garbage room. Do we stay there? Do we move on?
I guess I'll just walk over and pull the nose lever.
Okay. And as per usual, just back to the front of the tomb, and
Surprise!
yeah,
We head back down.
there is an Yatyug.
Oh.
Flame Scythe thanks,
We just
stank.
walk past it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Stank.
yeah.
Speedrun strats.
Yes, speedrun strats. Just
Yeah.
have it chase Flame Scythe in a circle off on the side, and then we just run past, and then Flame Scythe just runs away because he's faster.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's reasonable enough to kind of hand wave a bit of that, since we don't have a single character appearing in
Yeah.
front of the Yatyug to have a showdown. Okay, so you all are able to weave your way back through the various levels of the dungeon and meet back up with the group. So maybe that's a bit of a long wait for Thorv. I don't know, but
Yeah, while they're doing this, I'm writing down what I remember.
okay.
And working with Azaka and Bag of Nails and Goromon on whatever they heard.
And what's his name? Biff
Oh, yeah.
Longsword or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not consulting him.
you.
Biff Short Dagger.
I'll ask him if he wants to go into that room too.
Hey, let's go get Shago and bring him here too. Tell him this book has got some really
That
good
is an
info.
excellent idea.
Let him read it and just pink mist.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, I think the I think we can nominate a pair of champions for this this task. So people who would do very well at history checks.
Ooh. That is
I
not
have a
me.
+6.
Same.
If it has to do with stone, I think Thorv has even better.
I have a
Yeah.
+3,
Not sure this has anything
and
to do
I
with
can
spell.
give an inspiration to.
I can give Thorv guidance.
Yeah,
Wait, I
can
thought
guide
Thorv
somebody
just said
too.
no.
I have
Thorv
6.
said he has a +6.
Yeah.
Oh,
six.
This has
okay.
nothing to do with stone, so I don't get that.
Yeah.
bonus.
Right, I was just saying if it does, I think Thorv's even
Yeah.
better. So
Yeah, me and him have a +6, so it'll be us.
Okay, well I'll give
I-
Sierne the D10 then.
I give
I'll
Thorv
guide.
guidance.
Oh, I'll guide whoever's not guided.
That would be me.
Okay, I'll guide.
Well,
Sierne.
I mean, so
It makes
realistically,
more sense to give it to Thorv because he's only getting a D6 or a D4.
But
and
she's
Sierne's
guiding
getting a
herself,
D10.
or she's guiding him.
No,
So I
no.
just
He can't double guide. You can't double guide someone, right?
Oh,
right.
correct.
So the thinking here, just to clarify some of the mechanics, it would probably make the most sense, given all the cool buffs and stuff that we're piling onto this, to have one person make a roll with advantage rather than have two separate people making straight rolls. So if Thorv is the one being inspired, which I thought I heard,
Then yeah.
or
no,
maybe
Sierne.
not.
Yeah, it was
Oh, okay, Sirene's being inspired, so then it would probably make sense to have somebody, whether it's Sirene herself or somebody else, cast guidance on her, and that way you can get both of those benefits and the advantage. Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably the way to do it.
19, and I get a D4, and I get a D10. Oh, 31.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
I didn't expect to get a 10 on that.
with a bit of, let's call it outside help, you are able to recall word for word what your dearly departed friend Tlad said.
So, I get the rope and tie it around myself and lean into the room and have people hold me so I don't fly up and die. And,
I'll have flame sight
I
there
guess-
waiting too. Like he
Say-
can hover. So
8-1, forward, fate your meat and rhyme the speak. Cider to bones and flesh their turn. Spider iron spin. Day as clear the lever the sea. Away lock spider the keep. Done it's until rhyme the speak. 1 to 8 backward.
Okay. So that's a thing. All right. So yeah, the gravity inversion stops. The spinning blades stop, and
Plaid comes back.
Yay!
No. Granted, he's still in paste form, but he does come back
I wish that, like,
in a splat.
I wish it was Shago that had a death like that.
that would have been very satisfying.
Yeah.
I cry a little bit.
Why?
I mean,
Fib goes to
Because
comfort
Plaid
Sirenny and
died.
is Fib comforts Sirenny and is like genuinely like, what's the matter? Like, she actually doesn't know why Sirenny is sad.
did any of Plaid's belongings fall clatter to the ground, or was it all just disintegrated? I mean,
No, it's pretty much gone.
like his spellbook and everything. Hey.
Not even helping us in his death. Typical.
I mean,
Ah, I was right next to him. I could have just like pickpocketed something.
does anything look different?
Yeah, there's blood everywhere.
I mean, like, is the octagon thingy open now? Or
Did the blood fall to the other side?
What do you mean to the other?
Oh, like Tyranny is covered in blood because it fell from the ceiling to the floor as gravity
It
reversed.
just
Oh my
stopped,
God.
and about 30
Blood
seconds
shower.
later, just
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that happened.
a fucking curtain of red comes down. And then about 10 seconds after that, you just see, like, a confetti of, like, paper from his spell book and all his shit. Like, paper and some fabric and stuff like that.
It's almost like Tyranny's been tarred and feathered,
Yeah.
but she's been blood and papered.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
Is the octagon thing open?
It is not.
You probably have to do that 8
Um.
times per the riddle.
I think the riddle is more of how many pages there are.
Oh. That could be.
Yeah, can I look up at the ceiling? Is it just a bunch of blades?
Yeah, so essentially, yeah, it's this big like bladed fan shaped like a giant iron spider. Which is just coated in red.
Is there a lever?
Nope.
You should start at the top of each page like normal but read it backwards instead of the bottom of each page.
Yeah. I just read forward, I am still tied on a rope. So forward, 1 to 8.
Oh,
Speak
I'm
the
getting
rhyme.
out. No,
your fate,
I'm not in there.
Turn their flesh and bones to cider. Spin, iron spider. See the lever clear as day. Keep the spider locked away. Speak the rhyme until it's done. Backward, 8 to 1.
So, you do that, and you hear a clunk clunk as the lectern moves, and there's like a panel that just falls out and reveals inside a hidden compartment containing a brass lever.
I cautiously walk up and flip the lever.
So you do that, You hear like a clunk from the base of the lever, and you hear the grinding of stone from back out in the big room where the green door is. And anyone out there would see that the octagon seal on the skeleton gate rolls aside, revealing an octagonal keyhole behind it.
Okay. Back out and close the door.
Okay.
I wash myself.
All right.
Alright. You wanna put that thing in the keyhole and then we'll go check the next room?
I'd rather check the next room and put them all in the keyholes at once.
Okay.
Like, I want to keep the skulls on me in case the hags come back, so that we don't lose them.
Sounds good. I'll head down to this room. Once
Okay.
everybody's ready, open the door.
Cool. So heading over that way. The door to this area has a square carved into it.
Oh, this one should be
And-
easier. It's got less sides.
So, yeah, and just doing the usual, like, open the door, see what happens.
Yep.
Okay. You open the door. And beyond it, you see a room filled with flying sheets of parchment, with writing on the pages visible as they flutter by. A metal plate bolted into the far wall is set with a ghostly lever.
I wanna thorn whip one of the pages and try and pull it to me.
So let's see. Yeah, you just grab a page and I don't know, let's see. Okay, so on this thing, on this page, is written what you would recognize as basically how to cast the shield spell.
Okay.
Looks like it's a page out of somebody's spell book.
Okay.
Is it Tlad's?
Does it look like his handwriting?
No.
Okay, good. I'll go grab a few more pages.
Okay. Like,
Yeah, but
what, just
same
two
way I
or
have.
three?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if
So
they're the
you,
same or different.
right, so you grab one more, and then let's see what that is. So you do that, and that is, okay, yeah. So this one is for the Alter Self spell.
It's a shame
Okay.
all of our wizards are dead.
I'll grab one more.
Okay. You do that. And this one seems to be a page from a spell book denoting how to cast web.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then as you're looking at that one, you like hear the fluttering sound of the pages suddenly change and kind of go silent for a moment before you just hear this like whoosh, as the pages turn to ash, which settles over the ground and begins to coalesce into something.
What does the plaque thing say? You said there's a black thing, right, on the back wall?
Yeah, so on the back wall, there is a metal plate bolted onto the far wall, and it is set with a ghostly lever.
Oh, it's just a lever. Okay.
Meanwhile, the ash, or the dust that the page is turned into, coalesces and forms into a thing. That thing looking a little something like this.
Oh, it's so cute!
That's a word you could use.
When I made that noise, I woke Kitty up. Her head popped up and she glared at me.
So this thing, it like materializes, and then you watch it spread out, and so actually it seems to just like, I don't know, duplicate itself like so. And then initiative.
Can we friend it? Let's friend it. Someone cast animal friendship.
Does it look hostile?
No.
Probably.
Hmm.
It also looks like it got a great initiative roll.
Did you re-roll everyone's initiative?
Oh, it didn't clear, did it?
No.
All right. Well,
Hooray!
Here.
It gets a new reroll. Oh,
does it now?
I hope. I mean, that would be only fair, because you would just reroll one of us if we got a really good one. Like if we rolled out a turn. You know you would.
I mean, like, this
Unless
is...
we argued. I'm
anyway.
just giving you shit. I don't
Yeah.
care.
So there's that, and
I'm
then
just
there's
buying
that,
time.
and
Buying
descending.
time for what?
For him to roll more initiative.
You rolled me worse.
So, Groilmod,
say.
I guess. Groilmod, like, kind of scrabbles up, like, what's going on, guys? And, I don't know.
Hunter's Mark?
Shoot things, right? Yeah, Hunter's Mark, shoot, so on, so forth. So we do... Oh, that's right, I don't have his fancy macros that he uses. So I guess Hunter's Mark on the middle one, and then...
Why are
Okay.
you screaming at us? That's scary.
Ah.
Ah! Caw.
Gosh darn it.
What's the meaning of this?
I've had hiccups twice today, and I don't know.
She just doesn't know.
You don't know?
Nope. Just doesn't know. She just doesn't
Why
even
I had
know.
hiccups
No.
twice today.
Why did Fib roll so low, even though she has a anti-blur dex ability?
Because Fib can't roll good all the time.
Okay.
Bullshit.
So one of these things just dissipates as Gromod shoots it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then... shoot another one! Can't move the Hunter's Mark, though, so...
Nope.
Yep.
Alright.
Uh,
Fucking Gromod
this
the
one looks...
sniper.
Yeah, this one looks hurt, but still going. That's gonna be the one on the right. And... then... the thing goes... That's gonna be...
Oh, you know, when that one thing dies, can I use my reaction to do my thing? Make fire?
Ah! Yeah! Remind me how that works.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. There it is. When a smaller, larger creature I see dies within I think I'm within 30 feet. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Just flames spring up in a 5x5 area, and that's in their spot, basically. Anything that's hostile that touches it takes damage. Anything that's not hostile to us that touches it heals. But it's just an obstacle for them to touch, pass through, whatever. I don't know. They can see it, I believe. So they see the flames, but it's just a matter of if they're smart enough to go around them or just go through them.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, Grelmod does that, and you poof, burst it into flames, shoots the other one, and then this thing looks, I guess, at the closest target. So that's gonna be Thorv, and yeah, just points at Thorv and yells, "Gloat bug!" And then Thorv, you you feel yourself growing, swelling, to an uncomfortable size in this hallway.
Okay.
Wait, did it cast a spell?
No, actually.
Oh.
But, Thorv, you... So, it's interesting. I don't think you're not taller. You just gain 50% of your weight.
That's nice.
Is it muscle? Is it fat? What is it?
We'll say it's like swelling. You're just like...
Water
you
weight.
just blow up, yeah.
Oh, God. I'm sure Grailmod probably pokes at Thorv as soon as this happens.
So yeah, that's a thing that is happening.
Alright.
And so I guess Cyrene, you kind of get bumped into a little bit as Thorv is now wedged into this tight space. Cool. And then the thing in the room is also going to yeah, it Thorv, you see it inhale, and then it just exhales this blast of dust in your face, and I need you to make a dex save.
Oh,
You are blinded as the dust gets all in your eyes.
It's not Thursday.
Yep. However, that's it. Bag of Nails is out there and can't do much. He's gonna hang out. Fib.
Okay, as usual, Fib can't see anything, so she's gonna go over here. And I still can't see anything. 5, 10, 20... What the fuck? How do I... What the hell kind of room is this? Ah! Thorv is so big!
Yes.
that was an adventure that you just went on.
Can I get past gigantic Thorv?
Probably not.
Okay, well, okay, if I go here, I can just barely see this. So I could shoot it with cover?
Pretty serious cover. You gotta
Okay,
go
well,
between Fat Thor's legs.
It's better than
Thor
nothing.
hasn't gotten taller, right?
Oh yeah,
Like
that's
Finn
true.
towers over Thor.
That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
the vertical component. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So I'm going to just do a chill touch.
Okay.
DM.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty good damage for a cantrip.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
all right.
no, it's because the first one's not
Because
supposed to be
Shadow
here.
Blades.
Yeah, because I
okay.
didn't unclick my modifier.
Okay.
So the second damage.
Cool. So you do that. Creepy hand, and it like grabs this thing that just got done like spewing dust all over Thor.
Ew.
And it just the hand like wraps around it and squeezes it, and you see the creature itself now begin turning to dust and just crumbling away in the grasp of the hand as
Dude, its eyes bulge a
everything.
little.
Yeah, everything just disintegrates, and that's the encounter.
Oh. And Fib's just like, we could have been friends.
Thor still has his issues, right?
He is still blind and bloated. Yes.
Well, go ahead, cleric, fix him.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to move since I'm blind and hitting everything. I'm just
So
panicking.
Yeah.
I will make him not blinded. I can do that.
And I will, once she does that, I'll say, I can polymorph you and then just... Well, no, I could polymorph
Sounds
you
like a
and put
long-term
you-
solution.
Well, no, and put you out into the open so you're not stuck in a hallway if you
Put you out
can.
of
Can
your
he actually move? Or is he stuck?
Well, first, can I like do a medicine check to figure out how to unbloat him?
Yeah, because I don't want to go to the size of that
It's
room.
an easier way to do this.
All right.
We
So
fix the problem. We won't have to treat the
Unbloat him,
symptom.
make him pee a lot. It's all
Oh
water
my
weight.
god.
So you give him a look as he's kind of wedged in the hallway, and there doesn't seem to be really a medical reason for his sudden expansion.
Is there a magical reason?
Potentially.
Like I might be able to dispel his bloating?
I mean, it is hard to say because you do not know exactly the text outlined in the effect that is currently on Thorv. So,
I will ritualistically cast Detect Magic and look at Thor.
okay. So, do that.
It's not identified, but it at least tells me he's affected by something.
Right. Do. It is magical. I'd say it is transmutation magic.
Okay. So yeah, there is a transmutation spell on Thor.
Would identify give more...
Yes, it would.
Cause I could just do identify.
Okay. I didn't know if I couldn't remember if you had it or not. So
Yeah.
it took the
Okay.
same amount of time for us both to do it.
We were both just holding his, like, each one of us holding one hand.
Okay. So Thorf is not currently being affected by any spells.
Okay.
So it's one and done, and I can't.
Well, I detected a transmutation
And I just-
magic.
I will try to dispel magic on Thor. Targeting, you
The-
know.
The transmutation spell.
Like I'm not gonna dispel Bob.
Well, I would have told you about the spell and what it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So we've established it is magic, but not a spell.
Transmutation.
And so,
magic
yeah.
of some sort.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sirenny, as you cast Dispel Magic on specifically this effect that is on Thorv, it does not work.
Damn it. Sorry, Thorf. I hope it goes away.
This doesn't seem like a solution.
We could polymorph you into a dwarf.
No, I could probably mark you into
Also,
something
does not sound
smaller
like a solution.
I could cast sleep on you.
Dwarves, now beasts.
Everything is a beast.
I can't fix you with lesser, greater restoration, or healing, or dispelling the magic. So
If
You
it
try
was a
greater
spell, I
restoration,
could've
or-
helped.
The greater restoration doesn't do that. It's
No.
It's like super specific what it actually will restore.
you can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1, and one of the following effects: charmed, petrified, curse,
Is this a curse?
reduction to
I don't
It
target.
seems like a curse.
It would have
Or-
showed up as something. Well,
Did you try it on him yet?
And one effect reducing the target's hit point maximum. No.
alright, you know what? I'll sit down for another 10 minutes and I'm gonna
I
cast
don't know.
this. Ritually.
Thor feels like this is a curse.
Is he diseased?
Duck.
Okay, so Twigs, detecting poison and disease. You do not detect any poison or disease on Thorf.
Okay. It might be a curse. I don't know. I wouldn't think. Well,
Wouldn't, when you see what type of magic it is, would it tell you if it's a curse?
Not necessarily.
Does this seem like a
yeah, I mean, this is a curse is technically not something you can dispel. So
Oh,
this
I
could
know.
be.
Well,
This
Yeah.
could be a curse.
I could get remove curse tomorrow.
We're not just leaving me here till tomorrow.
No,
No, I can polymorph you. You're fine.
yeah, we can get you out of this hallway.
One way or another, we could.
And besides, maybe it will just go away in like an hour.
Or a minute. Or 10.
Well, it's
Here,
been 10.
and I'll reach up in my hair and pull out another good berry. So I probably have like one left.
Why are you giving him a good berry?
I don't know.
What, you think I need to gain weight or something?
No. It just nourishes you.
Fat guys like food, right?
Oh!
Hey, as a fat guy, I like food. So
Okay, so yeah. What are we doing in the short term besides giving Thorv a good berry?
Yes, Thor wants
Can he squeeze out of this hallway without a polymorph?
Yeah, it's a process, but I think it is like it is possible. Yeah, it's like uncomfortable, like you're probably scraping along the walls, like you kind of scuff up your knees and stuff a little bit, like.
Can I just move the hallway out of my way?
I mean, it is like stone.
You got stone shape?
No.
maybe.
But he's super strong.
I cast my fist.
I would like to sneak in though and flip the lever.
Okay. So yeah, as we see Thor like slowly inching out of the tunnel, and then Sirenny, you head in. The room in here is largely empty now. I mean, like there are like little piles of dust from the things that you had seen and fought. But yeah, there's just this ghostly, like, semi-transparent lever on the plate. You want to go and do a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. You try and grab the lever, and your hand just goes right through it.
Crap. Is there anything else in this room?
So as you take the time to look around, nothing on the walls, floors. You're like kind of just looking at the dust piles, and I think you as you're looking specifically at one of the little piles left behind by the creatures you were fighting, you see what looks like a little like stick of black chalk sticking out of the dust pile.
I reach for it.
Okay. You have a stick of black chalk.
Can I touch it to the non-existent lever?
No.
Okay. What spells did Thorv grab again?
Web, shield, and something else. Alter self.
Want me to add those to my notes?
So I have a piece of black chalk. I hate riddles. Why is there with riddles?
Why'd you agree to play a riddle game?
I didn't realize there were riddles.
Somewhere a Sararak is giddy at your disapproval.
Fuck us.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't draw the lever with the chalk.
You can't draw the lever, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Just like trace it in the air.
Yeah.
You could certainly try. But yeah.
You could try drawing it on the wall. Draw another one on the wall.
What was that third spell? It was Alter Self, Web, and what was the third one?
Shield.
Shield. Okay.
Yeah. I guess I'll try and draw it on the wall.
So you try and draw a lever.
Yep.
Okay. You draw a lever. It remains two-dimensional and inoperable.
I look around the room for anything else.
Can I scramble past Thorv and come in here and help her?
Yeah, Thorv by now has extricated himself from the hallway, so...
Alright. So what has been done already?
Chalk, get, attempt to trace the switch or the lever, and
Have you
that didn't
taken a
work because
Good look around the room. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
there are dust piles. There's the one stick of chalk that Tyranny found. There's the metal panel thing with the ghostly lever sticking out of it, and there is now also a black chalk lever that has been drawn on the wall next to the ghostly looking one.
How far in is the ghostly one ghostly? Like, is it into the wall?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Tyranny to come over and cast a light on something and, like, shine it into the hole. I kind of want to see how deep the hole goes. Like, if we could maybe stick, like, a stick in there and use it as a lever instead of the ghost lever. So, you get what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just more of a showing you how to stick it in. I don't know. Yeah. Do we have a craft
I'm sure
sword or
we have
something?
Well, we might even just have a stick.
Yeah, or a
I
stick.
have a longbow.
I suppose I could pluck a branch of my own and just probably stick it in there.
Okay.
Can we?
Sure. I mean, yeah, you try and like stick a thing in there, and you don't. It seems like a lot of this mechanism is insubstantial at the moment.
Hmm.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna take sit down and take another 10 minutes and cast detect magic ritually and look around. See if there,
Okay.
maybe there's something magical we're not seeing.
Okay.
Well, identify might also be useful.
Well, if we can find something to identify, then yeah.
So.
I mean, this is obviously magical, so.
Right.
Alright. Let's see what exactly would be showing
Can
up.
identify be a ritual?
Yeah. But what this will show is like if there's like a little hidden latch or something and like a magical switch just behind it, this will show me that there's something there.
Well, if we're waiting 10 minutes, 11 minutes, and then another, I'm going to start a short rest.
Yeah. Well, we're waiting for Fib too if she wants to cast Identify on the thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No, fuck you guys.
Okay.
We're gonna be like halfway through a short rest.
Well, I could use
By
a
the time-
short
Oh,
rest too.
excuse me, just gonna slip past real quick.
You're not gonna sneak past us?
As I said.
Well, you know what? If you're gonna do a short rest, then I'll use a spell slot for mine, and I'll take the short rest because I could definitely use the hit dice.
Alright, so.
Remember to roll extra.
So there was a detecting magic, which would turn up transmutation magic from the chalk.
Okay, that's nice. That's good. That helps us.
Interesting.
Okay.
What
So-
was it that you guys wanted me to identify? Because
The
I
chalk.
Oh, okay.
Not yes. At first it was the lever, but now it's the chalk.
Right. Well, I thought you were looking for something, and then
We were
like,
looking for
it's
something
not like-
magic.
no, I was just like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I was
you're good.
confused.
The chalk. Identify the chalk. I'm chillaxing outside of the room with Thorv.
Okay. Cool.
Is the
So-
lever anything?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose one could make the argument that there's a bit of transmutation magic there,
Okay.
but yeah. Anyway, identifying the chalk, Fib, you realize that this is a purpose-made magic item that specifically exists to be drawn with in such a way as to change something from ethereal to material.
Well, how?
Then
I
why didn't
tried.
it give a lever?
We probably have to activate it?
So
Did you ask
yeah.
it nicely?
I think because the way identify is worded, you can just like figure it out, which is essentially this particular fiddly little black piece of chalk. You have to draw a square around the lever.
This is just some SpongeBob shit.
Yeah, you just draw a box around it. Well, I mean, yeah. It works for, like, spellcasters, because this is kind of designed for that. You know, you had a bunch of spells floating around, so you know, it kind of works out that you would want to identify that.
This would have been useful if I could draw a square around myself when I was in the ethereal plane.
Does that work that way?
Fib would be under the impression that it probably doesn't.
Oh.
Oh well, Pip has the chalk, so if she wants to...
Go ahead and draw a circle around it.
No, that's
I
fair.
know.
Like the skull for this room.
Exactly.
I draw
See?
a circle to just fuck with you, and I'm like, it doesn't work. I don't get it.
And that's how Fib got held back from kindergarten.
Fib, you finally learned Fib's deep, dark secret. She can't tell shapes.
She literally failed geometry.
So yeah, you do the square eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the lever becomes physically present. You can tell now it's carved from bone, and seems accessible enough. Are we waiting to pull the lever? Is that what I'm getting?
I don't want to interrupt their short rest.
Yeah, I kind of want to do the short rest
I think
first.
you can just pull the lever.
Let's do the
Okay.
short rest
Just
first.
bad things always happen when we do anything.
Yeah,
so.
let's short rest first.
I just figure you guys would want to wait.
Yeah, I would be out here with you. So let's do the short
I
rest.
want to pull the lever and close the door to this room.
Oh, okay. I'll pull the lever. God.
Yeah, you pull it, and you hear the sound of the second seal rolling aside out in the main room.
Okay. We continue to rest. shortly.
Flame Scythe starts
so
going through these
sleepy.
barrels and shit, just because he gets bored.
Let's see.
Yeah,
If there's-
tell me when I can use hit dice.
Oh, I just did it because I thought we'd do that short.
Song to
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Okay.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Fib.
Twix is just very good at rolling hit dice.
That's the
Do
only
we
thing I'm
get
good
a-
at.
Do we get a song?
Yeah, of course. Fib wouldn't leave you.
What is it now?
It's a
Oh,
D10.
fuck, that didn't work.
A D10.
Dwarf gets really
Oh wait,
impatient
no, I'm
waiting.
sorry. It's a D8. I got it confused with the inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, Dwarf gets impatient waiting and his swelling not going down.
what does he do? Like, roll around impatiently?
There's a lot of complaining.
Just imagine Thor like sitting there, like arms and legs kind of flailing around because he's it's like hard to get up because he's just so swollen. You like waddle? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I imagine Thor to be right now.
Well, I'm hoping a short
That
rest
are like Eric Cartman style.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, you get your short rest. And so yeah, if we've all rolled the things and recovered the hit points and such, at the end of said short rest, Thorv is still plump.
Dwarf is pissed.
I tell Thor
I guess we'll have to roll him.
be on a long rest.
I'm not going around like this any longer. If there's any solution you guys can think of, I
I-
want it tried.
I
Oh,
can't think, like, I
I pull out
can't
a
get ready
dagger.
for tomorrow, so...
Oh my god!
Meanwhile, over the course of this rest, as Thorv has been growing more and more impatient, potentially getting up and I don't know, pacing or at least going to talk to other people, we may have seen like a very brief, very rare moment of Yaka leaving Groyalmod's side and just following along, making tuba noises.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Amazing.
I mean, I'm
It is
sorry,
terrible.
but I did not take spells in case you became a massive dwarf. So
A giant dwarf.
Yes.
you have to wait till tomorrow.
I can polymorph you.
Alright. Does Thor feel like he's inflated, or like popping him would be the solution?
I mean, there probably is like a good amount of pressure buildup, but it's you know it doesn't feel like air. And so there is the question of what the hell would come out if one were to puncture a Thorv.
Thor wants to try that on his finger.
Oh boy. I will hand him a dagger and I will back away.
Thor has his own.
Oh, okay.
He
Well,
has
you
his
did
own
say
knife.
talk about solutions, so I pulled the dagger out.
Yeah, I'll try that one.
Okay.
Hoping to avoid it. But
yeah, you
I'll
do that.
Slice the tip of my finger and see if anything changes.
It bleeds as one would normally expect it to bleed.
Okay. I'll just glare at Serene like you're supposed to be the one that fixed this type of stuff.
Fib wants to poke Thorv so badly, like she poked the clay child.
Thor will poke back.
Yeah, she can tell that's a bad idea.
Gosh, poor Sirenny. She's a teenager. She can't have all the answers.
Needs
And
to.
why the fuck not? You have a god on your side.
Yeah, I've already tried to fix twigs today, so I can't ask her again.
Viv is responsible, or not Viv, Sirenny. Sirenny is like our parent.
Well, we do the rest. Shall we go to the next door?
I guess I'll wait out here.
I will roll Thor to the next door.
I really want to put Dwarf like on a rope swing and make him like a whatchamacallit? A
Wrecking
wrecking
ball?
ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I will sit on top of him and lick my hammer.
In
Perfect.
your underwear.
Yeah.
Thor does not go with this idea. Bob is his, not yours.
But I'm so pale.
Question: with detect
Yeah.
magic up, what did this? Was this jug or any of the stuff inside of it magic? Because I would have looked before detect magic went away.
Right. Let's see.
It's hallucinatory magic.
I don't think you would detect any magic from the cauldron or its contents. I think there's probably some pretty obvious, like, lots of different flavors of magic coming from the dolls. Transmutation, necromancy. Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably about it from out here.
All right. Anything in the crates or the barrels or anything?
Nah.
Okay.
No anti-swelling potion.
The what?
Nothing to reduce the swelling.
Negative.
Don't you have some Kyotom's ointment?
Does Serenade think that'll fix this?
I mean, typically
know.
topical ointment will reduce swelling.
If it doesn't, at least you get the hit points.
I don't need any hit points. I'll try that next time I take damage, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause I haven't been hit yet by anything today.
I don't know how to spell his ointment name.
Yeah.
Kyo? Kyotom?
Keoghttom.
Kyotom.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's Sireni's next idea, so,
Okay.
to try that. Gosh, that was very painful.
What was very painful?
I scratched a bruise.
No. Maybe don't.
Remember when I took all the skin off my knee yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bruise now. And I'm still missing skin. So now it itches because the skin is reforming, but it's also bruised.
Indeed.
Okay, third door. What's the next one? Where's the next one?
So, suppose if you're going up the stairs, the first one you would come to is right here.
Thorv waddles his way to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of push him. I'm gonna, like, help him.
Okay. So
That
this
helpful?
door.
To push it?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna help him get up the stairs, like, so he can. I realize his pace is gonna be slow, so I'm just kind of helping him. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not not being impatient. Just.
I just, like, going up the stairs, I push him.
Well, you know, like, you just.
Go up
I'm
and
not
like a
necess-
bouncy ball, go put it.
Yeah, I'm not actively pushing him. I'm just kind of supporting him, I guess.
Making sure I don't fall over.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So this door, in front of which we currently see Sireni, bears the carving of a hexagon. And with Sireni's positioning, am I right in assuming she is taking the lead here?
Yeah. I'll ease open the door.
Okay. So this room, you see a large, cracked, six-sided mirror mounted above a stone shelf protruding from the opposite wall. 5 unlit candles stand on the shelf, each made of yellow wax and covered with tiny black sigils. Scrawled on the wall, above the mirror, in what looks like dried blood, are the words, "Piggy, piggy, piggy."
Yeah, anyone else have ideas about this one? I don't want to cut off my toes and burn them.
You said there was 5 candles or 6 candles?
5.
5, yeah.
I guess once Thor makes his way up there, I'll sit down and ritualistically start casting detect magic. So,
Okay.
once that's done, I'll kind of take a peek around the room.
Okay. Cool. So, let's see.
From my exact position, I do also see something in the room. Right,
Something.
there.
in the room.
Yeah. Right there.
Ah, that is actually that is not a thing that is visible in the room at this time.
Oh.
Um,
I apologize. Ignore
Yeah.
that I see that then. And I will ignore that as well.
I mean, within the bounds of things that will be narrated, like it is literally not even there at the moment. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so you have detect magic up now, yeah?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll just kind of be up here with her and take a peek in the room.
Cool. So, as you head up there and peek into the room, you immediately see auras of conjuration magic coming from both the mirror and the candles. Additionally, you catch a similar conjuration magic vibe from something that seems to have been tucked away, kind of like in part of the shelf, or well, actually, it looks like it's under the shelf.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I will point that out, that the mirror and the candles are magical, as well as something under the shelf. Like, maybe a paper? Or does it seem...
If you look at it, it seems like it is a sixth candle.
Hmm. Okay, there's a sixth candle under the shelf.
I walk in.
Yeah, I'll summon Flame Scythe and send him in too with her.
I hand Thor the rope. My rope belt.
Okay.
I summon him away from everybody so he doesn't fucking hurt anybody.
And
That's
yeah.
kind of you.
I would like to find the candle that's under the table
You do that.
and put it on top of the table.
Okay.
With the rest of the candles.
You should try lighting them on fire.
I don't know what piggy means though. I will leave the room and let the creature that is on fire light the candles.
Yep, okay. He will...
Seems to make sense.
if I can
Alright.
do that. He literally spits flame.
So,
That doesn't
whoosh.
work. I can cast Firebolt through him.
It's all good.
So.
But yeah, so you do that. The six candles are on the shelf and lit up. And yeah, I mean, you see the glow of the flame cast against the far wall
He roars
and
triumphantly.
reflected. Okay.
The mirror was magical as well.
Yeah.
So I would say the candles probably just don't ever burn out. Does it look like they're burning at all, or they're just like not? Like a traditional candle will melt.
Yeah, no, these seem more like they could probably just keep going.
Okay, so that's what the magical property is for these. The mirror, you said, and you said it was conjuration, right?
Conjuration from all of the things.
Okay. Fib, you want to identify the mirror?
Of course, I would like to identify the mirror.
Can we read the markings on the candles as well?
Oh yeah.
They seem to be arcane sigils, so
Probably tied to the keeping them going forever thing.
potentially. Or to the conjuration thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should point them to the mirror, see if they say anything different.
I do.
Okay. They appear as one would expect them to.
I expect them to appear differently.
So what do they say now?
Magic sigils, but backwards.
Okay.
Identify.
Yeah, I guess identify the mirror.
Identify the mirror.
Okay. Um. So identifying the mirror. You would know that it is designed to be used in conjunction with the candles in the room, and that it will cause different levers to appear in the space based on the state of the candles as they are lit. And a person looking into the mirror says the activation word or phrase in this case, which is piggy, piggy, piggy.
Well, say that.
Peggy, Peggy, Peggy.
So Fib does that?
I'll shout that into the
Yeah.
room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fib, each time you say the word piggy, you see another shape materialize behind you in the reflection.
Well, I just say it once then.
Okay. So you say it once, and you see this this like kind of like muscular black furred thing just sort of coalesce from the shadows behind you. These like black beady eyes. Looks like perhaps a wereboar. Kind of like, yeah, mouth like opens, kind of like drooling a little bit, and it gives you this like creepy smile from inside the mirror.
Oh, inside the. Okay. Wait. It's inside the mirror.
Seems like it. I mean, I don't know. Do you turn around to like double check?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you like whip around and yeah, there's nothing back there.
Okay. God. I got scared because I thought you meant it was right behind me.
You turn around and there's a flaming T-Rex behind you.
Ah!
Little
But it's
mini one.
adorable.
This is
Yeah.
definitely the part in the horror movie though where like you look up and you see the reflection in the mirror and suddenly there's this like loud distorted like pig squeal just to get the jump scare.
Good. Okay, well, I say it 2 more times because it's just in the mirror.
Okay.
So,
Yes, you
fine.
say it a second time and now there's like one over each shoulder.
do I have 3 shoulders? God.
Well, as I said a second time.
Oh.
There's one over each.
Now I have 3 shoulders.
And then another one appears between those two, and so like in the reflection, it kind of just like blocks out a lot of the visible light from outside the room.
That's fine. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, and you see, furthermore, materializing against the north wall is a lever.
Ooh, guys, there's a lever. Why do I keep almost saying leather?
Are the
As in
piggies
thinking
following him?
about
Or following
leather.
her, I mean?
Yeah, what do the piggies do in the leather? Lever appears.
I think they're all like giving you this really creepy, unsettling smile, and they don't react to the appearance of the lever.
Okay, well, I give them creepy unsettling smile. And I got a 26 for my penis. I hope they're sufficiently creeped out too. I'm gonna pull the leather. Do we need to do anything before this lever is pulled? Are you guys good? I like have my hand on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in the room with you.
Pull the lever.
Okay, I pull the leather. Lever.
Okay.
God damn.
The leather of leather.
Is it made out of leather?
I mean, it has to
Let's
be
say-
now, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's pig leather too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still like a little furry.
Yep.
I like go glance at them and like smirk as I do it. Like,
Werebore leather.
yeah.
Okay. So you do that, and as you like stare them down in the mirror and you pull the lever, you hear the sound of another seal rolling aside out in the main room, and as you blink, the piggies disappear.
I hope the piggies didn't appear IRL.
I guess we'll find out next week.
Ah!
I snag a candle too, because ever burning candles are useful.
Okay.
That's true.
I close the door behind everyone.
You just
Yeah.
lock everyone out.
I offer the ever burning
Of your
candle to
life.
Thor as a consolation prize.
I'll take it, I guess.
It's something we can hang on to. It's not lit. I put it out before I offered it to you.
Here, have a lit candle.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So, cool. That's a thing. 2 more of these things left to go.